Would you like to make more sales, get more opt-ins, increase your conversions and make more money? Welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. My name is MICK, MEANEY, and I'm here to help you get more website traffic, and then I'll show you how to convert that into profit. So subscribe now and you'll get a whole heap of videos that will help you to do exactly that. So today I'm going to critique one of my students' sales pages. I'm going to tell them how to improve things. I want you to pay close attention to what I do today, because if you apply the same lessons in your sales pages and your opt-in pages, you will see an increase in conversions. You will see an increase in revenue as a result. So today, I'm really looking forward to this. As you probably know, I've been fairly ill the last week or so. I've got the flu. I'm still trying to get over it, but as rough as I'm feeling, I am so excited to do this, and I've been really looking forward to doing this critique, because you'll see in a second the website is amazing. It's a really fantastic website. It speaks like perfectly to me, because as you can see, that guitar over there, that's not just a prop. I actually do play guitar pretty badly, but this website today is all about guitars and helping people to improve their playing technique. So it speaks to me, and I'm really excited to go through the sales copy to help this guy improve things, because he is exactly the type of person Profit Copilot is designed for. You know, he's following his passion. He's building a website based around something he loves. He's creating something that delivers absolute value to his audience. So he's really helping people improve their lives just a little bit, even if that is to just help them learn a few extra chords or a new technique or something. You know, this is what Profit Copilot is all about. It's for this type of person who has found their passion and is following it, is staying true to themselves, who has embraced their calling and is going for it. So I'm really excited to help people who share those kind of values, you know. And that's you. If you're watching Profit Copilot or listening on the podcast, then, you know, there's a high probability you're one of those people too. And they are the type of people who succeed on the internet. You know, there's like a really clear structure. It's almost scientific now. If you want to make money on the internet, you have to deliver value to an audience. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to be willing to help people. So let's head over to the computer now, and I'll run you through the sales page. I'll offer my suggestions. And Craig, if you're watching this, who owns the website that we're talking about today, what I'd like you to do is split test. So take on board everything that I'm saying in this video or the podcast, and I want you to create two versions of the page. And I want you to split test them, see which one converts higher. And then I want you to come back in a month or so with that data, show me the data, let me see how my advice has helped you increase your revenue, because that will mean the world to me when I can see tangible results of, you know, how I've had a real impact on your business. And that will really motivate me and encourage me. I'm feeling rough today, but that will motivate me and encourage me to do more of this kind of stuff, because when I can see that I'm actually helping people and people are getting real results from my free content, that is such an amazing driver that really pushes me forward, you know. So please, if you've got any kind of results from the Profit Copilot videos, please let me know. I want to know that. I know that my students inside the training courses are getting amazing results. I can see that for myself. But with the free stuff, I haven't got a clue who's using it. I don't know if it's of value to anyone really. So if it is, please, you know, show me your results. Okay, let's head over to the computer and let's get down into this sales page. Okay, so this is the website, and as you can see, it's predominantly about guitar stuff, which is amazing for me. And it's run by this chap, Craig Smith, who's one of my students. And as you know, I'll do anything for my students. So I thought, let's have a look at his sales page and see how I can help him, because this really does leap out at me, and it tells me something about this guy, and I really think that he needs my help, and I think he's going to benefit massively from the information that I gave him today. So maybe you will benefit from this too. So this is the website. As you can see, it's mostly about guitar stuff. There's a bit of a lifestyle and blogging stuff going on there as well. But generally speaking, it's going to be about guitars, right? Most of his traffic is made up of guitarists. And obviously, we need to keep things as niche specific as we can, and then we drill down into the sub niche. I'll tell you more about that in a second. So this is his website. Here we've got an opt-in form. Now, there's no incentive for anybody to subscribe to his mailing list. Emails suck, ours don't. Okay, that doesn't tell us anything. That doesn't give us any incentive. So we might want to offer a freebie, a free ethical bribe that will entice people to subscribe to the mailing list. If you do that, when it comes to pitching your product, you're now dealing with warm traffic, people who have a higher chance of knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. Certainly trusting you enough to give you their hard-earned money. And that is one of the most difficult things we can do, is to convince someone to give us our money. Think about it. Think about the last time you gave somebody your money. They must have delivered an awful lot of value to you beforehand, or absolutely had something that you desperately needed. So if you want to take people's money in an ethical way, then you're going to have to deliver value. You're going to have to solve a problem that desperately needs to be solved. And it all starts with getting them on your email list to build that relationship. They say that the money is in the list, but the truth is the money is in the relationship you have with the list. So give them something of value that they will absolutely be thankful for free when they opt in to your email list. So let's have a look. There's something about this site which I really like, and I think it's the fact that here on the right hand side we can see Craig Smith. He shows that he's a real person. And when we have our picture on our website or sales page, our brains are like hardwired to respond to faces. It's one of the things that we can do best. So if we show a face on a sales page, we instantly feel more trusting of that website because it humanizes it in a way. So I think what Craig has done there by having his face on the page is absolutely the right move. So let's get into the sales page. So this is what he's going to sell. It is an ebook, and it's to help guitarists. Okay, we've got a few problems, don't we? So this is the sales pitch. Okay. I'm going to run through a few things. Let me help you out here straight away, Craig. Get rid of this. Okay, get rid of all the share stuff. I mean, you've got some really good shares on there. That's phenomenal. That's amazing. But are you asking people to buy from you? Are you asking people to opt into your email list? Or are you asking people to share the page? On sales pages, we only have one option. We only give people one option, and that is to either buy from you or leave. And that is how you increase your conversion rate. So I'm going to run through the best way that you can increase your conversion rate on this page now. So let's head over to a drawing board because I want you to be aware of something. So this is the formula that we're going to use. So it's AIDCA. Okay. I'll run through each of these in a second. So attention. We have to grab their attention. And then we have to trigger their interest. And then ramp up their desire. And then acknowledge their consideration. And then ask them to take action. Okay, so that's the 5-step formula that we're going to use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. anyone can do this. Okay, you can apply this stuff to any piece of copy, any blog post, video, doesn't matter. This 5-step formula works the same no matter what. So attention, we would use things like headlines. Interest, we would then identify a problem, and then desire, we would show the solution, and then we would, for the consideration, we would show social proof, and then the action, well, we ask them to buy. So there are the 5 elements of a sales page. It actually breaks up into more than 5, but generally speaking, this is how we get people to take action, how we get them to convert on a sales page. And we might want to think about this also in terms of a funnel. So if we draw a funnel like this, so the top we have attention, then we have interest, then we have desire, we have consideration, and then at the bottom we have action. So here you might start with 100 people. There you might have, let's say, 80 people, down to 60 people here, then 40 people, and then 20 people. And that's where you would get, say, a 20% conversion rate on your sales page. So that is typically how things look when we develop sales funnels and sales pages, opt-in forms, and even blog posts. So we're never going to get 100% of the people to take action. That just isn't going to happen. Let me change color here. So we're never going to get 100 people to buy from us, right? That's okay. Because if we're doing things right and we get a 20% conversion rate, that's fine. Really, we want to be aiming for about 1 in 3 of the people that opt into your email list. But it takes a while to get to that stage, and there's a lot of tweaking and testing that goes into finding that. Imagine like a radio. So you've got a radio, you're trying to tune into a signal to hear music. There's nothing happening. You turn the dial one way, back again, and eventually, with enough testing and tweaking, you're going to hit on something and you'll get a signal. You'll find some result. And then it's your job to zero in on that signal, fine tune it, make it really loud, make it better. And that is how we do this online thing. So I know that there's a lot of people come into this thing, they try it for a week and then think it doesn't work, and then they'll move on to something else. What you got to do is look at that week where there was no results as just data, because that's all it is for you. You know, that's told you what doesn't work. So you have to continue trying and testing different things until you hit that signal. When you know that something does work, do more of that. Fine tune it and zero in. And this funnel sequence will help you to do that. With that in mind, with that simple 5-step concept, let's go ahead and improve this web page. Now, the first thing that I want you to do, Craig, is really get rid of this page altogether, rebuild it using a professional theme. Something like Thrive Architect or Thrive Leads will help you improve your conversion. So let me show you something. So here we've got Thrive Leads. I'm going to use Thrive Architect. So to do that, we create a new page, launching Thrive Architect. So here on the right hand side, go to change template, and here you're going to be able to choose from a whole heap of ready-made templates for you. We can filter by tag, so let's go down to sales page. So I want you to choose one of these, and I actually use Thrive on a lot of stuff that I do. I also use Kartra, I use Profit Builder, I use OptimizePress. If you want me to go through each of these solutions in more detail, I'll create a separate video for that. Let me know in the comments if you want me to review all of these solutions and give you the pros and cons of each one. I'm more than happy to do that. But I tend to use Thrive, and I also use Kartra. I tend to use Kartra more because I think it's just so powerful. But when I'm locked into a WordPress website, Thrive Themes is where it's at. That's the only option I really turn to these days. So let's choose a template. It's going to build a page for you. You're just going to have to fill in the blanks, and a lot of the copy will be done for you. But I'm also going to run through some additional suggestions that I'm going to make that will help you increase your conversion rate. So as you can see, it's building the web page for us now. And if we scroll down, we can see that it looks pretty good. Okay, it's got all the elements that we need, and I'm going to run through everything that you need to add into your sales page on this page. So if we have a look at this page, compare it to that one. Let me scroll back up again for you. So that's where you're at right now. That's what you should have. So let's get down into the actual copy. Okay, I don't want to make this a mega long video or podcast today. I want to get through it because I'm feeling quite rough. Okay, first of all, let's have a look at the headline. So the 7-day practice routine for guitarists book launch. Okay, the 7-day practice routine, that's not too bad, but the rest of it is just, let's have a look at what your competition is doing, okay? Because if we check what your competition is doing, it will give us some ideas. Now, I'm not saying copy their copy exactly. I think that's a real newbie thing. It's a mistake that we all tend to make when we first start doing this. We take copy which we think is going to convert really well, and then we adapt it and we change it. I think Frank Kern spoke quite a lot about how he just took Dan Kennedy's copy in his early days, and he just changed the words to make it relevant to him. Of course, it was a big mistake, and yeah, sure, you're going to get some conversions from that, but you're not going to get nowhere near as high a conversion rate as you should be getting when you do it properly. And listen, we're all guilty of doing that kind of, horrible thing to do. So when it comes to looking at other people's copy, use it for inspiration, use it to model your own copy, but don't plagiarize it, don't take it and steal it outright. That is quite a newbie mistake to make. So let's have a look at this guy. So here, Keith Dean, let's have a look at how he's doing things. So notice something, over 50, 60 or 70. Play your first song on the guitar in the next few years, months, days. So he has been very specific. Here, you need to qualify your audience. You need to get specific. Okay, this one, master thousands of your favorite songs in as little as 60 days. It's been specific. That could be a lot better, actually. Let's have a look at this one. Here's the real secret to increasing your guitar shredding ability. On this one, have you always wanted to play guitar but thought it was too complicated? So again, these headlines are not fantastic, and Craig, you could do a lot better than these guys. You could write headlines that will make you stand out in your marketplace, but you have to know specifically who you're speaking to, who your audience is. If you want to know, have a look at your metrics. So go into Google Analytics, have a look at the demographics there. From there, you should be able to work out the psychographics. So use Facebook, use the Facebook ads and the data that you can get from. You don't even have to create the ads. You don't have to buy ads to have a look at the psychometrics on Facebook. Just have a look through all the options, the targeting options. Have a look at what pages and people that your customers, your potential customers, follow in the niche. That will tell you about the psychographics. So use Facebook to uncover that. Use Google Analytics to uncover the demographics. So we need both of those two things, and that will tell us exactly who we're speaking to. So you write a headline that speaks specifically to your audience. We use it to qualify and to grab attention. So remember, we're at the A stage, the first stage of this. And then we need a subheading to pull them further in. So let me drag in a notepad window here. So let's take a look at the actual copy. What is it? Your main hook here. So arpeggio. I know that every guitarist wants to be able to play arpeggio. It's one of those virtuoso level things that people aspire to be. But let's have a look at the actual structure of this page. So we need to improve the headline. The full book, 7 years is available now. Discount. Here, you're selling too early, so we don't want to sell too early. Again, you're starting to sell here. That's not the best way to do it. Then you're asking people to promote you. So again, we're asking people to do different things on the page. We need to make it really clear that there's only really one option that they need. Don't sell out your affiliates in this way, mate, because here, affiliates won't like that. Certainly not on the sales page. The chances of people promoting you, because you have this on the actual sales page, is not going to be good. We want to keep affiliate information separate away from the sales page, because if someone promotes you and they're only sending traffic to a page that also promotes the affiliate offer, there's a bit of a disconnect there. Affiliates don't tend to like that. And a 50% commission, I would probably bump that up to 75%. To be honest, when you add this to a separate page, and I would increase that to 75 because it's a new product. You want as much traction as you possibly can, and that extra 15% can tip the balance and make your offer more desirable than somebody else's to potential affiliates. So launch sale is happening right now. Again, all this stuff. Who's a sale? Okay, we will keep this. So, got arpeggio. Who's a book? Not for. That's good. Keep this bit. 90 pages. Okay, we'll keep that. We just need to structure it differently. You got FAQ on here, which is good. Where do these links lead to? Hopefully they lead to some kind of payment thingy. Cart page. Yes, brilliant. Okay. So images. The images, that's a pretty good image, isn't it? Yeah, get rid of that. And here you've got comments, which is okay, but I would really use this as a source of testimonials. So let's go through it all again. Here, what we want to do is the headline should be a hook. So a headline, hook. I'm going to assume it's people want to play arpeggio. So stop struggling with arpeggio and get this breakthrough. Bring this in. System to go from 0 to hero in, let me see, 7 days. Or we could even take that further with maybe a sub, so something like maybe wow your friends and family with your new shredding skills, something like that. Obviously, experiment with this. Use this as inspiration, Craig. Don't take the headline just as is and use it, adapt it, twist it. I'm just giving you a starting point. Maybe off the top of my head, we can tighten that up a bit. We can make that snappier. Obviously, I don't want to spend too much time on the video today because I know that you'll be eager to get up and running with this stuff, and I know that other people watching will want to dive in and apply this stuff to their own sales pages and squeeze pages. So let's say we've got the headline, we've got the sub. So here, right at the very top of the page, we want to add a phone number. So I know from my own personal experience, when I have added a phone number to a web page, it has increased the conversion rate because there's an increased element of trust in there. People can see that, if they have trouble buying from you, if there's any problem after purchase, they can just pick up their phone you and get the help they need. So you're communicating that in a very cool and easy to understand way. So just put a phone number there. Let people know that you're a real person. That in addition with your face, a picture of your face, it's going to help increase trust. So next, we need to identify a problem. So this is going to pull people in with interest. So a problem. So maybe they don't have time, money, maybe they don't understand tab or can't read music. And then we think about the emotional impact of that. So emotional impact of those problems. So embarrassing. That is actually embarrassing. I can't spell embarrassing. There we go. They don't want to look like a fool in front of their friends and family. So we think about the emotional impact because people buy with their emotions. The way that the brain developed over millions of years, it started first of all with the emotional part of the brain, and then on top of that, over time, came the logical part. So we often do things based on emotions instead of logic. When it comes to sales pages, we need to present logic and emotional. But remember, emotions will be the real driving force. So there's going to be two reasons why they buy. The actual reason why they want to buy, and then the reason why that they will tell themselves why they've purchased. So we need to give them both of those reasons to purchase. So once we've identified the problem, then we can focus on the emotions, and then we bring in the logic. So why should they buy? And this is where we have this part here, which you've already written, Craig. I'm not going to spend much time on this because it looks like you've added a lot here. I would say for each line here, make sure that you have at least 3 benefits. So any guitarist looking for a detailed, structured practice routine. What's the benefit of that? What does that allow them to do? Why is that a good thing? Again, guitarists who want to know about music theory. Why? Why would they want to know about music theory? What impact will that have on their lives after they've learned how to read music or understand music theory? So go through each of these that you've already written and think about the emotional and logical impact of each one. So every line, every word that we write has to earn its place on the page. I think it was John Carlton frequently says that in his training material, and it's true. So once we've identified the problem, we've highlighted the emotional impact and given a logical reason for purchasing. The next thing that we need to do is have a personal story. So we talk about your struggle, Craig, your struggle, and that will match your audience's struggle. Then we talk about the steps you took to overcome that, which might be the core of your training. Okay, so that's what you teach them. You show them. Maybe you will also talk about the things that didn't work, everything that you tried and how it failed, and then we talk about how you achieved it. So we have this story arc, how you achieved success. And then we have testimonials. So this is social proof. It's from people who've already purchased from you. If you don't have those, give some copies away. Okay, maybe give 10 or 20 copies away to your email list. Maybe run a competition, something like that. Just get that product out to people, get their feedback, use that as testimonials, get permission to use their picture, use their quote as well. It's going to be incredibly powerful for you. So then we have, who's this book not for? That's really good. Again, we need those 3 benefits inside every sentence here. And then we need to, so we've got the social proof. We need to really focus on the consideration stage. So all we've done here is through the testimonials, through the benefits, is we've increased desire. So remember, if we go back to this, so far we've grabbed attention, we've grabbed their interest, increased the desire, and we're focusing on the consideration stage by giving social proof. We're also going to use a money back guarantee or risk reversal, some kind of guarantee to help them at this stage of the decision making process before they move on to take action. So here we risk reversal, money back maybe, or some kind of guarantee to make sure that they're not going to lose anything. They only stand to gain. So make sure that that is really clear. They only stand to gain. My spelling is atrocious today. And then we ask them to take action. So here we have the call to action with the buy button. And also on the buy button, I would add cards, show credit cards on there. So that will let people know that they're going to need their credit card at the next stage of the process, or have a PayPal button, something that tells people it's time to take action, it's time to buy now. Underneath this, what I would do is have some scarcity, or urgency, and that could be time limited offer, or limited stock, or special time limited bonuses, special time limited bonus, something to make them take action right now. And using Thrive, you can use genuine scarcity no matter what stage someone lands on that page. So it's genuine scarcity, because we don't want to fake that stuff. Okay, so we've really poured on the pressure for them to buy, but we take it up a notch. What if they don't buy? What happens if they don't buy? So again, they're going to be in the same situation as they are right now. They're going to continue to struggle, right? They're going to continue to guess and go through that confusion. Nothing's going to change. So we remind them of that. And a good place to do that could be in the FAQ. So if we scroll down, where's the FAQ? I've missed it. FAQing out. I would use the FAQ to reaffirm everything that we've gone through here. So use the FAQ with this structure as well. We can really apply this structure, this AIDCA structure, to pretty much anything. Now you might be familiar with this. You might know it as attention, interest, desire, action. And that is what most people teach. Most copywriters, and you can get really far with that. That will help you increase your conversion rate. But because this is Profit Copilot and I like to take things up a notch and give you more than, most people, then I've actually turned it into a five-step formula. Okay. So now let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got the phone number at the top. We've got the hook. We're going to pull them in through interest and desire. We're going to maximize the desire by focusing on the emotional impact. Then we're going to appeal to the logical sense. Again, we're going to weave emotion in there as well, because we need to really mix it up. and have both running parallel, almost so it's like a pill that they swallow. So, like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, that kind of thing. So we weave both in there. And a good way of doing that is actually to use a technique that the corporate media and politicians use, and that is to take a statement that is known as fact and then mix that with an opinion statement. And that is how misinformation is born. But it's only misinformation if you're being deceptive or using it for unethical purposes, and I know you would not do that. So a good way to get people to swallow, if you like, the logical and the emotional things is to use that structure. Use the fact-based statement mixed with an opinion-based statement, and both together like that will be treated factual. So then we've got the personal story. Such an important part of sales copy is storytelling. We need that because it creates a bond, and we need that bond to create the likability, the trust, and the desire to work with you, for you to become seen as the right person. Because if you have been through the same struggle as your audience, and you've overcome that struggle, then you are giving them the hope that they need. Because unless someone believes that they're able to overcome their struggle, they won't take action. And you have to help someone change their self-image and see that it is possible because you have done it too. And that is a really big cornerstone of my marketing, because I came from struggle. I had a really nice job. I worked doing web design and SEO in one of the biggest companies in the UK. Loved my job, but I wanted to be there for my son, so I left. I thought I could do this internet thing on my own, working from home, raising my son. Didn't happen. Struggled for years. I wasn't prepared, and I had to really figure things out and figure it out fast. It took about 3 years for me to make any kind of income from the internet, and that was really difficult. So I know what it's like when you're struggling to get traffic to your website and convert people into customers. I've figured it out. And because I've figured it out, it puts me in a really good position to help other people do the same. So your customers are coming to you in a similar position. So you have obviously overcome your struggle. So you will help your customers overcome theirs. People know that. People realize that. So you are the best person to help them achieve their goals and reach success. And that is why your personal story is so important. And okay, you can say anything you like, but we need the testimonials, that social proof, because other people will say it too. We need that. We need people to validate our claims, which is fair, right? Because this internet thing is like the Wild West, with people making up all kinds of crazy claims on the internet with no substance. And let me tell you, an income screenshot, is easily faked. PayPal account earnings means nothing on the internet. But if somebody will vouch for you and put their reputation on the line to say this guy is a credible person, he knows what he's talking about, then that is far more valuable than a screenshot that can just be faked. So that's why we need that social proof. Then you have that, who is this book not for? This is a really good way to qualify people before you ask them to take action. And then we have the urgency, then we have the guarantee, the risk reversal. So we're making it a no-brainer, right? If we're saying there's no risk involved, you only stand to gain, they would be an idiot to not buy from you. But again, only around 20-30% will buy from you. And that's okay. Because even with that, even with a 1 or 2% conversion rate, you can do really well online. If you have the right product at the right price point, you can do really well. But if you're getting that 20% conversion rate, you're all set. Craig, you are all set. Okay? You're going to do really well with your website. You are going to be a major success. And then we have the call to action. So we say, this is how you can get it. We give them a good reason to buy, and then we really amplify the pressure just a little bit through using urgency. We say, this is a time limited offer. There's not much stock available. Whatever it is, it might be special bonuses. Just take action now. And then we say, well, what if you don't? What's going to happen? And I like to tell people, well, nothing's going to happen. You're going to be in exactly the same place as you are now. So it's in your best interest to take action. And that's true. You know, if you've seen my training, you know the quality of the stuff that I deliver. You know that the people who buy my stuff actually get the results that I say. So from my point of view, of course, if they don't buy it, they're crazy, right? Anyway, that's the structure that I would use. That's the structure I tend to use on most of my sales pages. There's multiple different formulas that we can use for sales copy. I'll go into a few different formulas at another point, but for you, Craig, this is a formula that I would suggest trying out. Split test it. You know, don't just take what I'm doing here and use it and think, well, Mick obviously knows what he's talking about. But listen, I'm not in your niche. I'm not speaking to your audience. I don't know how to communicate with them. Even though I kind of am your audience to some degree, I still don't know how to communicate with your audience. So you need to test things. Everything we do online is got to be tested. Thrive will give you a lot of analytics that you can look through when you're doing split tests. But the big daddy of all analytics has got to be Kartra. You know, when you're creating sales pages, opt-in forms, that kind of thing, you can see exactly what is working, how it's working, and then that will help you to fine-tune things in. And that's why I keep telling people, get Kartra. Just get it. You know, okay, it's expensive, whatever, but it's going to cover itself because it will show you those leaks and how to fix them, and that will help you make more profit. And I know, right? Before I was using Kartra, I was using Active Campaign. I was using Warrior Plus. Now, I didn't really have an affiliate thing going on Warrior Plus. I just used it for the payment, for the what's it called? The shopping cart feature. Sorry, I'm feeling so rough today. So, for the shopping cart, because the shopping cart is amazing on Warrior Plus. It's just all the affiliate, you know, the junk offers and stuff I'm not too keen on. And listen, there's some good stuff on there too. So Kartra has helped me replace all that stuff, and it's been really worth its weight in gold for me. If you don't want to invest in Kartra, then go with Thrive. Okay, how was that? That was pretty easy stuff, right? Anyone can do this. You can do this too. Okay, if you're struggling to make sales, just go through everything that I've covered in this video or podcast. You will do really well. And listen, if you want to drive more traffic to your website, because you need those customers, right? So let's get them. So I'm going to give you 3 or 4 new traffic methods that you get completely for free. Every method I show you is free to use, and you'll get it all for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. And if you found this useful, hit the thumbs up button below, subscribe to the channel too, and remember to hit the little notification bell when you subscribe now, because that will notify you when I upload another video, which is hopefully going to be tomorrow if this flu doesn't kill me. So thank you for checking this out. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will hopefully see you again tomorrow, guys. Take care.